It saddens us to announce the death of our beloved Paul Thomas, better known as Paulo of Laborie, who passed away at his sister's residence at Lamar Laborie on Saturday, December 5, 2015 at approximately 5 p.m. He was 62 years old. Left to mourn two sons, Siobhan Simeon of Laborie, employed of Winnera, Kester Simeon, a fisherman of Laborie. Two adopted daughters, Narissa Andrew of Laborie, Nisa Charles, employed with Coconut Bay. His children's mother, Jean Simeon of Laborie. 6 sisters, Merlin Cooper of Mondador Castries, who was also his godmother. Sheila Thomas of Laborie, Luska Thomas of Cul-de-Sac, Juliana Fulgence of Maryland, USA, Nathalia Thomas of Laborie, who was also his caretaker, Daphne Thomas of Laborie. One aunt, Delise Thomas and family of Saltibus. 3 uncles, Terrell Thomas and family of Barnes, Finance Thomas of Larishus Vieux, Victorine Thomas of Cooley Town. 12 nieces, Jenny Cooper of Mondador, Teresa Cooper of Canada, Angela Thomas of Pi, Sophia Altius of Cedar Heights Vieux, Sharon Thomas of Laborie, Delia Thomas of Brooklyn, New York, Samantha Austin of Maryland, USA, Claret Thomas, also known as Tekla of Laborie, who was also his caretaker. Mava Thomas of Laborie, Natasha Thomas, employed of Capella, who was also his goddaughter, Kathy Thomas of Canada, Margaret Thomas, employed of Razzmatazz, who was also his goddaughter. 10 nephews, Pastor Devron Thomas and family of Tele Evangelist St. Lucia, Mission of SDA, Kim Thomas, also known as T-Boy of Laborie, Kendall Thomas, also known as Didon of Castries, Brian Fulgence of Castries, Peter Thomas of Laborie, Osbert Thomas of Laborie, Felix Thomas, also known as Ninja, Lyndon Cooper of Castries, president of the St. Lucia Football Association, many grand-nieces including Tarisha Thomas of New York, Tessa Chitoli of Grosselet, Chatal Thomas of Laborie, Zen Thomas of Dennery, teacher at Clendon Mason Memorial Secondary School, who was also his goddaughter, Robertina Rennie of Grace, employed Lyme, Tuneva Thomas of Laborie, Herschel Henry of Marigot, Brunolina William of Laborie, Leanne Thomas of Laborie, Janelle Cooper of Castries, Uranie Altius of Laborie. Many grand-nephews including Yannick Thomas of Laborie, many cousins including children of deceased aunts, Agatha Thomas of Sarot and Cooley Town, Sissit Thomas of Londonderry, Saltibus, Mary Thomas, also known as Isa. Children of deceased uncles, Miguel Thomas of Debral Choiseul, Evans Thomas of Debral Choiseul, his godchildren, Kemma Paul of Canada, Siren Cooper of Mondador. Many friends including Ingrid Shalry of New Jersey, Sandra St. Mary of Laborie, Madeline Bylan of Laborie, Tall Andrew of California, Marcel Canchon of Laborie, Gilbert Francis of Laborie, Hilary Collymore of Laborie, Sexy and the Hotted Up Crew of Laborie, Mary Samuel of Laborie, Lucretia Julian of Laborie, Guy Lucien of Laborie, Smiley John of Cedar Heights, Tyrone Rosemond of Laborie, Errol Collymore, better known as T-Watt of Laborie. Other relatives including Nelson Alexander of Bansand's family, the Thomas family of Laborie, DeBrowne, Saltibus, Park Estate, and Marsha, the Henry family of Park Estate, the Julian family of Laborie, the Samuel family of Vieux and Laborie, the King family of Laborie and DeBrowne, the Cooper family of Laborie, the Clark family of DeBrowne, the Martini family of Bexon, the Isaac family of Cul-de-Sac, the Pierre family of Pi. Many other relatives and friends, both here and abroad, too numerous to mention. The funeral service of our beloved Paul Thomas, better known as Paulo, will be held at Ramballi's Chapel in Latony, Vieux, on Monday, December 14th, 2015 at 3 p.m. Then the body will be laid to rest at Latony Cemetery. Please note, transportation will be provided by the Laborie Market Square, for persons wishing to attend the funeral service from 2 p.m. The body now lies at Rambali's funeral parlor, Latuni, V4. May his soul rest in eternal peace with his Maker.